What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the game 12 Minutes. Now, this is a very, very small game. I don't know how many people even know this game exists. I have talked about this before on this channel. I actually mentioned it about a week or so ago on my second channel, and this is a game, and I actually may even steal what they call this game. It's about a man trapped in a time loop. So there's a guy, there's a girl, they're married, and a cop comes into their house, ends up arresting the man and killing the girl, and I believe the girl is pregnant. And the cast of this is James McAvoy, Willem Dafoe, and Daisy Ridley. Phenomenal cast, phenomenal premise. I've been a very big supporter of this game ever since it was first announced. I've told the story before. This game was announced years, I believe in 2015 is when it was announced. I actually watched it on Kinda Funny when they showed like one of the first prototypes for the game. It was supposed to come out multiple times, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021 now. So it's been delayed numerous times. It is a big game, although literally the entire game takes place within the span of 12 minutes. Now, I'm not their salesman. I'm not pitching you the idea of the game, but I am telling you that I have been watching this game for 6 years, and I am very, very excited for it. It comes out on the PC and Xbox console, so Series X, S, also Xbox One, okay? It's exclusive to Microsoft, let's call it that, okay? So I'm pumped. And yesterday, we had the Indie Showcase, Microsoft's Indie Showcase, technically. I mean, it was on Twitch. It was like partnered with Microsoft, and I was pumped for 12 minutes because when they showed the picture for it, let's say that when they showed the picture for this Indie Showcase, 12 minutes, Hades, a couple other games were on their like main promo. And to me, it's like, all right, this game again was supposed to come out years ago, but more realistically, it was supposed to come out last year, and then it got delayed into 2021. Then Microsoft actually had that article back in January about all of the games, and there'll be more than just what was in that article, but games that are going to release exclusively on Microsoft-controlled platforms this year, and 12 Minutes was on there. So all signs point to it being this year, and you would imagine it would be relatively soon. So I won't lie to you, I'm very disappointed right now sitting here talking to you guys because I was fully expecting, and I know, I tell you guys quite often, don't expect things. You can have hopes, you can have, I guess what you want to happen, but to expect things obviously can lead to disappointment, and I was expecting a release date. We know the game is coming, and this is from the director of the game, very, very soon. Two varies, not one, but two, very soon, and it's definitely coming in 2021. Also, the game is 15 to 18 hours long this was, I guess, reported on based off of their last kind of wave of playtests, okay? So, look, I'm kind of ticked off that if the game does come out with two very soons, that to me that means like within another month or two. So I don't know why at that point you can't just give a release date. I mean, I do understand based off of the world and the stuff going on around the world, giving solid release dates seems to be something that you're not allowed to do anymore because obviously, if you give a release date and then it's moved, that does look bad. I mean, delays are something we're all used to by now. Delays are something that I think more people are accepting of now than they were even a year ago or 5 years ago or 10 years ago. People are way more accepting of it, but you still don't want to say, okay, here's the date, and then we have to move it like 10 times like some movies have done, even some games have done that, okay? However, let me say this, for a game that has been in the works for like 6-7 years, and a game that was supposed to come out technically first time in 2018, I don't really think, and by the way, let's not kid ourselves again, it's a small game. I don't even know how many people have ever heard of this game. To give a release date, even if you delay it, I don't think is the worst thing ever. If you say May 15th or I think May 14th is a Friday, say May 14th. If it's delayed, whatever. I mean, at this point, just kind of give us a date. So that I'm a little upset about. The trailer for it, they released another like 40-second trailer. I mean, they can't show, I would argue, too much about this game because the entire point of it is, again, you have 12 minutes. There are hundreds, and probably even thousands of things that can happen based off of what you do in those 12 minutes. So obviously showing too many of those, which they show a couple of them in the trailer, showing too many of them obviously is not, would lean into spoiler territory. But let me say this, 15 to 18 hours, that is amazing. Honestly, when this game was first shown, okay, and I first saw it, even up until I would say 5 minutes before I saw the playtime for this game, to be honest, I've always kind of assumed this game would be like a I honestly feel like 4 to 6 hours is kind of what it was in my mind, like around 5. Let's say 5 as an average. That's kind of the length of time that I thought this game could be. So to hear that it is no joke, triple the amount of time to beat that I have said. Now, with that being said, it's a game of choices, and it's a game of, technically, I mean, the game does end after, that certain length of time. So you could probably achieve it in way less time than 15, 18 hours. Maybe they're talking about getting all of the endings or all of the different, decisions and choices that you have to make to kind of create like the butterfly effect of what would happen afterwards. Maybe that's what they mean. Maybe that's how you get to 15 to 18 hours, because 15 to 18 hours for things that can happen in 12 minutes. Exponentially, maybe that makes sense. Maybe there's a math equation we can find to kind of, make that make sense. But hey, I'm not going to complain. After so long of them making it, I will admit that it probably should be somewhat of a long game, but you do have to be careful with a game like this, because it is, like, obviously the time loop thing has been done before in movies and games, but the way they're doing it here, I think, is very unique, very different, very just awesome, in a lot of different ways. But if it's too repetitive, if there's not enough differences between one thing versus the other, it can, I think, it can feel very repetitive. And if you have 15 to 18 hours of this stuff where it's like, okay, well, maybe doing one thing makes something change just like a very tiny bit, and that's it, then again, like that would maybe make people stop playing it a little bit earlier. But that's very, nitpick. I don't even like to criticize this game besides the amount of time we've had to wait for it, because I am really such a big fan. So I'm hoping we get it, again, I mean, very, very soon to me. It could really mean anything. It could probably just mean, by the end of this year, based off of everything that's happened. But to me, I think probably by May or June, I would imagine we would get this game. You don't say something like that if it's coming out in like September. September is not very, very soon, okay? At least not in my world. I don't know about your guys's, but I'm excited. Play length seems awesome. How long we're going to be playing the game seems awesome. So let me know, guys, in the comments below. What do you think? Have you ever heard of this game? Is this the first time you may be hearing about it? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. If you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, PodcastNow15 is my Twitter handle. Would love to have you guys over there. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you all on the next video.